Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. Welcome to HSP406, Police Leadership Strategy and Engagement. I just wanted to give you a quick introduction to the unit. Before I start though, I want to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land that we're meeting virtually on here today, which is the Muhanina people, upon which the campus of Sandy Bay, UTAS stands. I do this because Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people are and always have been massively overrepresented at every level of the criminal justice system, and particularly in policing arrest statistics. This has been talked about as a national emergency, but we haven't really got to the point yet where we're addressing it as a national emergency, and we need to be doing a lot more work focused around these types of issues to stop them from being over-incarcerated and over-policed. So I thought I'd give you a little bit of background about HSP 406 just to get you oriented to what we're doing and why we're doing it. And then later on I'll record other videos which are specifically focused on assessment tasks for you and talk about that in more detail. A bit about me to start with. The best way to contact me is most definitely via email. My work phone is electronic. It works intermittently at best. If you don't leave a message, I won't know that you've called me, and sometimes it tells me if you've called me and other times it just says anonymous caller. So it's really, really hard to get me on my work phone. I have given you my mobile number for that reason, and I'm happy for you to contact me on that. Please bear in mind that some days I just have 7 or 8 meetings and I won't be able to get back to you until the end of the day, but I will try and get back to you either then or the following day, depending on what my movements are. My office, should you ever decide to come to Tasmania to visit, is in the Sandy Bay campus of UTAS, the Social Sciences building on level 5 in room 534. I don't have a set consultation time, so I encourage you to email to make a time to either phone me or we can Skype online. Happy to do that sort of stuff. You just need to give me a heads up about it beforehand. So in addition to the large amount of teaching that I do, and I absolutely love, I also do a lot of research. I focus on vulnerability and frontline policing interactions, and specifically I look at LGBTI folks and policing and young people and policing. If you want to know more about what I do, I've put a link to my profile on my slides there that I'm using to record this presentation for you. As a person, I really love dirt bike riding through forestry with my kids. I absolutely adore punk music, and I go and see as many gigs as I can to keep myself going and motivated to do the work that I do. I also love hanging out with my family, and I love doing research with my colleagues, and you can see another photo of that on that slide too. So police are kind of expected to be a jack of all trades, I think, a lot these days. And this is why we're doing this research, this unit focused particularly on leadership. They're expected to be leaders within their own sphere of command as well as within the community. They ensure a safe working environment while building capability, are inclusive, emotionally intelligent, and capable of reflective practice. No pressure. They're required to exercise effective judgment and decision making, be innovative, and apply critical thinking to problem solving. So this is why we do this unit and get you to think about the differences between leadership and management, in addition to looking critically at strategic policies of importance to your work area. Because the environment that you're working in is increasingly complex and critically difficult to sort of navigate, I suppose, as a police leader. So that's why we try and get you to think about these different types of things in this particular unit. We have a certain way of approaching this, and there's elements that are online just in the Milo environment that you're looking at now, and there's elements that happen at the residentials which are attached to this particular unit. So you'll have learning activities on Milo that will develop your content knowledge, You'll have readings and core skills activities that are related to each assessment item, and you'll have many lectures like this one that's related to each assessment item as well. I also give you example paragraphs and example student assignments from previous years. So you work through the online activities, including your readings, you complete your assessment, and then of course you do your other activities and assessment at the residential. It's quite active and engaging and all of that sort of stuff. So the resources that you've got are the Milo site, obviously, the announcements, and I use them to keep in touch with you, so make sure that you're looking at those quite often. I also use, lecture slides and videos and all of those types of things to get you to think about core areas of knowledge in addition to core skills for the unit. So for example, if you've done a master's degree or a PhD in the past, you're probably not going to need to go through the stuff around how to write an essay and how to do referencing, so you can just skip over those types of things. There's readings that are embedded in each of the different module areas that help you to think about this different stuff that you need to do. So this unit of work actually slots into your residential studies. It starts with your leadership essay, then you'll have your residential either before or after, and then you finish your critical policy analysis essay. So in total, you've got 4 assessment items related to this unit. 2 of which are submitted through UTAS, the leadership essay and the critical policy analysis essay, and 2 which are submitted through your residential, which is your critical thinking briefing note and your stakeholder engagement activity and presentation. So I've recorded videos only about the UTAS submitted assessments, and they're up online on the Milo site for you, or if they're not, they should be in the next couple of days. The leadership essay, just to give you a little bit of background, is about revealing your understanding of theories of leadership and management, thinking about how they compare and contrast, and how those theories, 2 major theories in particular, help underpin your practice as a police leader. So doesn't necessarily mean it needs to be new theories. Some people talk about older theories and how they used to apply and how you've moved to a more current theory of leadership now. All of those types of things are things that you might be able to do. It's a 2,000 word word count, and that excludes your reference list, and it's weighted at 30%. The critical policy analysis essay is focused on a policy of strategic importance to Victoria Police, and you need to critically analyse different elements of that in your essay response. The due date's on the Milo site, the word count is 2,000 words, excluding your reference list, and it's weighted at 30%. There's a lot more information on the Milo site for you about both of these assessment items, so that'll do it for now. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch. I'll have a lot more information up on the Milo site for you, but happy to clarify anything you need. I hope that was helpful, and I will chat to you all really soon. See you later.